What talks to you? What moves you? What inspires you? What gets you to get off the couch and do something? Do something good. Do something amazing. Do something awesome. What touches your soul that you feel, the warmth. You feel the truth. So of course, it should be Torah. When we study Torah, and in particular, when we study Tanya, we feel warmth. We feel truth. We feel really connected. It talks to us. But the real sign will be when it talks to us, that it moves us to do something more, to be more and do more. That's the key. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zichron Kadeshim in Montreal, Canada, where it's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. Here in Montreal on this snowy day, we got a lot of snow. I think we're above the 49th parallel, we got it. Below the 49th parallel, America, I don't think the US of A got. Well, at least not New York. So we begin today the compiler's forward. Every book has a forward to it. Right? In the forward, it lets you know what you look forward to. Right? Forward. What's coming up? The importance of it. So we begin with that. And Alter Rebbe calls it Hakdamus HaMalakit, the compiler's forward. Not an author, but a compiler. Again, with his humility, he sees himself as a mere extension of his teachers, of the great sages of the past, and he's just continuing their message. But in fact, there's something, at least from our perspective, novel, new, that talks to us in an amazing way. So much so that so many of you are here again, continuing and restarting a new cycle. So the Alter Rebbe begins the forward as this is being sent to a letter to all of the fellowship of Hasidim. May God, our stronghold, bless and guard them. Men that are worthy I do call. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness, who seek God, and the Almighty will listen to you, both in the spiritual, those are spiritual of stature, big and small. People that are close by, and in all neighboring countries and from around. May each in his own place achieve peace and eternal life. Amen, may it be his will. So that's the beginning blessing. It's a well-known saying that hearing words of moral guidance from a teacher addressing a person individually, directly, is much greater than that same individual who's just reading it from a book and getting guidance from a book, which is impersonal. And the book is addressing many people at large, not just one individual. So the first reason why it would be better not to have a book, the Alter Rebbe is making an argument against his book to begin with, that it'd be better to have personal guidance than reading it from the book. And the first argument is that not everybody's mental grasp of what's written is the same. Some people, well, not one person to another is not the same, but even one individual, sometimes you're going through things. And because of that, you're confused. You're in a moment of darkness. So when you want the inspiration, you're going to read it from a book. It may not be there for you. You may not be able to see the hidden light, the pure, sweet pleasantness of the teachings because you're in a state of darkness. Now, of course, if you had personal guidance from that same mentor, from that same teacher, that mentor would make sure that you, in your moment of confusion, be inspired, see the light. But from the book, that might not happen. So that is a difficulty from the recipient, the student. But then there is even an issue with the teachings themselves. Another difficulty, those books that are of piety, that they're founded on human intelligence, surely can't equally affect everybody, because not everybody's minds are alike. Not everybody is affected and aroused by the same intellectual point or teachings. As our sages have said, that we make a blessing when there's 600,000 Jews together. It's called Chacham Harazim, who is wise in secret, meaning we praise God for his awareness of all the secrets of everybody in their hearts. 600,000 people, they were gathered together. Meaning, because everybody's heart, everybody's thoughts are all different. So does the Ramban, Nachmanides, explain it about Joshua, who is a man in whom there is spirit. What does it mean he has spirit? It means he is able to appreciate the spirit of every individual. As a leader, he has that capacity to be able to know the spirit of everyone. Now, that's the point bringing out over here is everybody's different. What their soul is in need of is uniquely different one from another. And books that are based on human intelligence, well, human intelligence, my intelligence, might speak to certain individuals who have a similar kind of intelligence, but other people may not speak to them. But even more so, says the Alter Rebbe, even the books of Musar, of moral guidance, whose foundation are in the peaks of holiness. In other words, they're not based on their own intellectual understanding, but they're based on the teachings of the sages, in whom the sages, the Spirit of God speaks through them. Now, although that's true, and therefore their teachings are one with God. And furthermore, the souls of every Jew is bound up with Torah. And as Torah is bound up with God, so every Jew is, through the teachings, bound up to these teachings. Yet, that's in a general way. That the soul is bound up with the teachings of Torah, that's in a general way. And even if the specifics of Torah, which the Torah gives us the way that we can get the specification of Jewish teachings by the interpretation of the rule of the principles, which will bring us to individual understanding of the Torah and the individual way that we're rooted in the Torah, every soul of Israel. Yet, and this is what's important. In other words, the point is we're making now is we're rooted in the Torah, so therefore I can get the message from the Torah that's particular to me. But not everybody's privileged to be able to recognize their specific place in Torah. And therefore how to get specific guidance for them in the Torah. That's a difficulty. Now, to make the point, the Alter Rebbe says that even when it comes to laws about what's permissible, not permissible, kosher, not kosher, pure, impure, and the like, which are things that are revealed to us. In other words, not things of the spirit, not things of my heart and of my soul. They're more about the actions that I need to take, right? We see there that there's various opinions, that there's arguments there, right? We have the house of Hillel, the house of Shammai, we have Shmuel, Rab, we have many arguments and debates in the Talmud about just the things I need to do. Forget about what's in my heart, but the things that I need to do. And yet all of them are the words of the living God. Living God in plural term is the term Elokim Chaim, Elokim Chaim, right? In other words, the plurality that there is in Torah is part of Torah. There is meant to be diversity of opinions. When it comes to the law, then there's one opinion, but the diversity is meant to be there. And that diversity of opinion is the source of life for the souls of Israel. Because the souls all come from different parts of the divine order. There are those that come from the right, chesed, like Hillel. From the left, gvura, strength, refrain, judgment, like Shammai. And those that come from the middle, Tiferes, beauty. In other words, everybody's rooted in a different manner in their soul above. Now, and as a result of that, when it comes to a law, there'll be difference of opinion in law based on where your soul is rooted above. And that's all about things, what to do in life, right? Hanukkah is coming. The Alter Rebbe doesn't say this, but there's a debate between Hillel and Shammai. What do you light on the first day of Hanukkah? How many candles? Hillel says 1. Shammai says 8. That's the basis of the debate is right and left because their souls are rooted in different places above, and therefore you have a plurality in thought, in ideas, in when it comes to perspective of law. In the end, there's one that we follow, but the point is, just like the souls are rooted in different ways, so therefore the debate will be taken in different manner. Now that's all with the revealed parts of Torah. But the inner dimension, which is about what talks to me, to my soul, that's going to inspire me to be a better Jew, a better person, closer to God, being, fulfilling what my purpose is. All of that is very subjective. The love and awe of God, that's all very subjective. Each person has a different gateway. Each person is unique. And this is what the Alter Rebbe is making an argument against his book. Because how am I going to find my gateway? How am I going to find what talks to me specifically? It may be difficult to find it. Because of my challenges, my difficulties. But if I had a private audience with my mentor, if the Alter Rebbe or Rebbe, if you have a private audience, and he's helping and guiding you personally, you'll find your way. But the book is going to be hard because of the individual who might be confused to find how the Torah is talking to me. And the book itself inherently is going to be difficult because everybody is different. We're rooted differently, our souls. Our souls need different things. And therefore, when I'm a book, even if it's a holy book based on the teachings of the sages, and therefore it is divinely inspired, the teachings. But everybody's different. Everybody has different needs. How can this book do it? The answer will be tomorrow. That's the conclusion of today's class. Actually, over the next 2 days, we'll get the answer on how a book without the author in front of you, teaching you, guiding you, you can still get something from this book that's awesome, that talks to you personally, literally, and not just in general, but very specifically. How so? Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Yes, the beginning of many cliffhangers, God willing. So, welcome, Brian. Boker Tov. I think you're new. It's a great time to start. Josh, also. I mean, some of you have been here at times, but new cycle. Wonderful. I hope you're in it. For those, a reminder, if you are going to dedicate yourself for this year's cycle, now, of course, there's ups and downs in life, but if you dedicate yourself to be here, please give me your name. If you're Jewish, your Jewish name and your mother's Jewish name. If you're not Jewish, then your name and your father's name, and I'm giving it into the Ohel of the Rabbi. So please get that. Right, next couple of days we'll give that in as we gather it. Jeannie, also, welcome. John, an old stalwart. Rivka, welcome. Let us know if also you're going to be in for this year. Rivka asks a question. Why is Tanya called Tanya? So you notice yesterday we learned, and the Alter Rebbe doesn't call it Tanya. He calls it Sefer Shalbenim, the book of the intermediate. We call it Tanya. It's the first word of the book. And the simple meaning is because Tanya means it's been taught. And specifically, it's been taught in what's called a brisa. This is part of the oral tradition. So it's a term that means taught. Another meaning for Tanya is you turn the letters around, it spells Eitan, which means strength, power. It's the power to overcome all negativity. That's basically Zar, welcome. Ida and Liba also been here and continue faithfully. And Susanna in Miami. Joyce, welcome. In Philadelphia, we have Jackie in North Carolina. So again, remind, Anna, who has been with us. And Jane, Mr. Chuck, welcome. Okay, Judy, wonderful. She's in. Okay, Davida, if you can get her name and put it on. Vicky has a question. Did I miss it? Okay. Should we change teachers from different perspectives? Should we change teachers for different perspectives? Well, the Alter Rebbe is saying, as we will see the argument, that we should keep him as a teacher. Now, if you feel that there's someone else that to get different perspective, by all means. I don't want to keep anybody here if they feel they need a different perspective. Absolutely, whatever you feel that you need. I'm here to facilitate. So whatever you feel, but the Alter Rebbe is a teacher. No, that that must stay. Must stay. I suggest. Serach is with us, and Leah, a long time with us. Ebra also, Jane, Carmen, also I think has been for a while with us. Rena, for a long time, back with us. Simcha, likewise. Jeff is back. Welcome, Jeff. Thank you for your email. God bless you. Vincent, new. Tim, been here a long time. Back with us. Okay. I have Vilma, of course, back with us. Akoy is back. Yiddish Meidele. Charlotte has been with us. Devorah, welcome, Devorah. And some names I'm not certain of. Alice has been with us for a long time. Diane, of course. Amazing. I'm blessed to be here with you, all of you, collectively and individually. And the journey continues into greater heights, into greater growth, and looking forward, very much so. All right. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you for Chabad Zifrin Kaddish in Montreal, Canada, where it's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. Have an amazing day. Rambam is coming up now. God bless you all. We had an amazing, by the way, Torah class last night and a TRC. Be well.